So many of you here today on a Sunday afternoon. You all could easily be doing something else, but here you are with me, and I'm really honored and happy. I thank Livermore Civic Center Library for inviting me and my collaborators here. It feels nice to be recognized by your city and the community you live in. And for an immigrant artist like myself, that recognition feels grounding and rewarding. So thank you so much. With me today are on my music ensemble, Rupa Mahadevan on vocals, Nandi Tekek on Natuvangam, Subramaniam on keyboard, and Aditya on mridangam. If you scan the QR code, which is right behind you, or I think we have one outside the door as well. You can read more about the artists, their work, and their training. I practice Bharatanatyam, an art form that has religious roots, but has also evolved not just in temples, but also in salons and royal courts of India. Historically known as Sadir, it was traditionally practiced by members of the hereditary community. The dance form has a complex history, having been appropriated by individuals with caste and class privilege during India's independence movement. While I am trained in Bharatanatyam, I am merely a small part of its ongoing evolution, continuously learning and adapting every day. And it's possible because I have friends like Nadi, Aishwarya, Rupa, Preeti, whom we talk about this so much, and yeah, that's how I think we all learn. And for more detailed insights, you can refer to Davesh Soneji's book Unfinished Gestures, as well as works of Nritya Pillai and Yashoda Thakur, who perform this art form and are from the lineage. Okay, some house rules for you all today. Please keep your cell phones on silent. You can take photos and videos for about 30 seconds to a minute if you would like. And please wait for a piece to be done if you all wish to step out of this room. Thank you. We'll be doing 4 pieces today, starting with an Alarippu. I call it my warm-up piece. But in the repertoire of Bharatanatyam, as we know it now, this is the first piece that is usually taught to kids after they finish learning their basic steps in dance. Right, Alarippu. This is set to music by G. Srikanth from Chennai. That was Alarippu. The next piece is the Varnam. So Bharatanatyam has aspects of Abhinaya, which is facial expressions, Nritya, which has a lot of footwork, and in between the face and the legs, the entire body is used as a vessel to communicate. This art form, like several others, has a way of storytelling. It has evolved over the years, and each artist gets to bring their personality into this storytelling. That itself is the most beautiful part of an art form. And I see it as a clay taking shape into wherever you give it a little love. As human beings, we feel everything. Things that we see around us, we hear around us, and we are constantly absorbing. And I'm amazed at what our bodies can do. As a dancer, I get to share stories. I get to create movements that reflect everything that's around me. And I get to move to abstract thoughts, sounds, and filter out everything through my body. The relationship that I have with my dance is so personal I'm almost possessive about who I want to share it with, where I want to present it, and what I want to do with it. Having said that, I'm really happy to be sharing one of my current favorite pieces. It is a Varnam in Karnataka Kapi. It's a ragam. We'll get to that, what the musicality of that means in a bit. Fun fact about this Varnam, Maharaja Swati Tirunal from Kerala, the state in India, is the composer of this Varnam, and he was also a patron of music and dance. There were these brothers, Tanjore Quartet. Their names were Vadivelu Pillai, Ponnaya Pillai, Shivanandam, and Chinnaya Pillai from the 19th century. And they have contributed immensely to the repertoire of Bharatanatyam, which was earlier called Sadir. There were many collaborative pieces between these brothers and Maharaja Swati Tirunal, and this Varnam is one of them. Okay, so the gist of what the story in this Varnam is, there's a friend who's talking to her best friend's lover, who is an Indian god, Vishnu. So the friend tells him, "Hey Vishnu, my friend here is so much, she's just so in love with you. Because the god of love, Cupid, has hit her with all these love arrows and she doesn't know what to do anymore. She has grown thin. She can't think of anybody or anything else. Could you please go to her? All her problems will be solved." Of course, he doesn't listen because he's so important. So the friend tries to explain in a lot of ways, talking about how the Cupid is troubling her, or how important and powerful Vishnu is, tries to appease him. So let's see if that works or not. You'll see me using a lot of hand gestures, like this. Every time I use this, I'm talking about my friend, who is so much in love with Vishnu here, who's so great. And every time you see me going into a sad state or showing something, a hand gesture, I'm talking about my friend who's so much in love and who's like gone frayed, who can't do anything about it, who doesn't know what to do about it. So, yeah. Alright, Varnam. Kids, yeah. The kids can actually come here and sit. Oh, okay. I'll hand over the mic to Rupa, who is also a Bharatanatyam dancer and an accomplished composer and vocalist. She'll share a little bit more about the relationship between music and dance with you all today.
I'm just going to sit here, if that's okay. So who here has heard of the word raga before? Awesome. Can anyone venture a guess as to what raga means? Or how would you describe raga music?
Yeah.
So raga is like the mood of a piece. It's kind of similar to a key signature in Western music.
Amazing. So I can repeat what you said. It's like the mood of a piece and similar to the key signature in Western music. Is that right?
Yeah.
Amazing. Yes. So ragas are moods, they are personalities, they are ideas, they are the weather, colors. I mean, there's so many ways to think about ragas. They are our companions through life, and in a given day we go through various moods, and our ragas are there to help us express those moods. So part of the job of a Indian musician is to learn these ragas. And at a very basic level, they're just a set of notes that go up and down. But deeper than that, they have their own unique shapes, their own particular moods that they evoke when you sing them the way that you've been taught or you've heard them. So these have been passed on generation to generation, and our kind of task, in much the way that Shruti was, essentially taught this by probably her guru or teacher, but she brought her own personality into it, her own ideas, and her body moves a certain way, and so that sheds a certain kind of light on that piece. So no two dancers will dance that piece the same. Similarly, no two musicians will play a raga the same way, even though structurally probably they're very similar. The feel will be different, and that's the license given to the musician. And in that way, Indian music is very cool because it's both structured and improvised. There's a lot that one must learn. There's sort of a grammar that you inherit as part of the tradition, but there's also a lot of room for play and personal expression. So what we did here today was that, and it's even more kind of fascinating for a musician to perform, and I'm sure Aishu and Alarippu will agree, when we have a muse, like a dancer, to respond to. Because a lot of the music is composed, and as Shruti described before, often devotional in nature, not always. Sometimes it's describing nature or community gossip or whatever else, but the words there are not in English, right? And so, especially for those of us in the diaspora, raga, sometimes the melody is the way that we can lean into and relate to the music. And so when we have a dancer or a storyteller kind of extracting the meaning for us from the lyrics, it's even more of an exciting collaboration. So our goal is to accent what Shruti is doing as the dancer, to of course give her sort of the framework, the song itself, but then above and beyond that, we're inspired by how she moves, right? And we want to find alignment and connection along your way. So as a vocalist, my job is to supply the lyrics and a major part of the melody. Aditya there is playing mridangam. Who here has seen this instrument before? M-R-I-D-A-N-G-A-M. This is not a tabla. Okay. Tabla is another beautiful percussion instrument, but more from the northern region of India. This is played primarily in the southern regions. It's a two-headed drum, so he's playing with his right and his left hand. He's right-handed, so his right hand will have the higher frequencies, more treble, and his left hand will have more bass. Right, so some of the bass movements that he's doing with his hand are similar to what you might hear in tabla on the left side, and then the right side similar, but they have two heads facing up as opposed to sides. Mridangam is really important in dance. It's providing a lot of the rhythmic detail that Shruti is using to dance to. And it's both ways, right? He's also adapting to her and she's adapting to him, so it's a beautiful interplay. So dancers become very close to their mridangam players. They have to almost have kind of a sixth sense and be able to anticipate each other and really support each other. And a lot of what Nadi was saying here on the Natavangam or the Konakol are the vocal percussion, the vocal version of what Aditya is playing. And again, dance really brings this alive. The footwork, the placement of the ankle and the toes and the rest of the sole, as well as the placement of the fingers on the drum. These are all reflected in the syllables that we choose. So to nam will be different from tarigirato, which is different from taringirato, different from jump, right? These are all things that are supposed to mirror what the dancer is doing. And then, who has seen a keyboard in a Bharatanatyam performance before? Everybody? Okay, yay, it's the first. Livermore Library. So, keyboards are not traditional to our music. Anyone guess why? Why piano doesn't always work for the new music? It can work.
Isn't it different tones? The Western music style that the piano is in, doesn't it have different notes than the Indian?
So actually the 12 notes that are in a Western classical scale are the same. We use the same 12 notes. But the thing is that we bend a lot between notes. We have a lot of resonance, and we explore all the spaces in between, which is harder to do on a discrete instrument, which is why you see more of violin, sitar, flutes, oud, that can give you kalaka. But Aishu, that's why she was playing a lot of chords, and the chords in some ways mimic the resonance of a kalaka. So when we sing one note, it's never actually one note, it's a whole note. So hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of a taste of what we're doing over here on the side.
Thank you, Rupa. The next piece that we'll be presenting is called Rusali Radha. The translation is actually O Radha is Annie. Again. So it is an Abhinaya piece, which means there's a lot of facial expressions and hand gestures that you will see in this piece. Less of the dancing, the footwork that I was doing in between. In this one, with two lovers, Radha and Krishna, they have a small fight, all for a water pot. Now when they aren't talking to each other, everything around them also mirrors their mood. The flowers don't bloom, the creepers wilt, the peacock turns away from everyone, and the whole of Gokul city where they live, the place is Gokul. The whole city is frowning. Now let's see if the mood changes. Rusali Radha, Rusala Madhav. The last piece that I wanted to present today is called Seasons. It's an excerpt from a production called Trayanta, which was premiered in 2014 in India. And this is a small little excerpt from that production. Usually in a Bharatanatyam repertoire, we finish with a Tilana, which is a fast-paced, heavy footwork piece. But I want to move away a little and slow down. Observe nature around me, allow the rhythm of the seasons we see around us, just follow that. Our surroundings have a great effect on us. As the seasons change, our moods change. It affects us to no end. The pricking heat that leads to things around us getting burned. The sprout of the first seed that pops when it rains. The fall season where everything around us is slow and withering away. The cold winter where we all just want to sit and be. And the spring again where everything is a little bit more romantic. The intent of this piece is to look inward and see what changes within us while things around us change. The intent of this piece is to move beyond the framework of Bharatanatyam and go into the world of abstract. And to enjoy the beautiful musicality without any lyrics attached to it. Seasons. And this will be on recorded track. The artist with me again here, Aditya Ishwara on Mridangam. Nadi Theke on Dwangam. Mahadevan on vocals. Aishwarya Subramaniam on keyboard. Thank you everyone so much. Thank you for being here with us today.